Hi, I'm Ashley McCown. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 appears to be an incredible tragedy and an incredible mystery as well. For those of us in crisis communications, it's also a bit of a living laboratory. It got us to thinking. How do you manage a crisis when in fact you have very little new information to go on day after day after day? With that in mind, here are 4 suggestions we have on best practices to manage such a situation. Number 1, be upfront, and we mean that literally and figuratively. You need to, those in the organization that are managing the crisis response need to be out in front of the press on a consistent and regular basis, even when there's not a lot of new information to share. You want to not overpromise how often you can communicate, but you want to live up to your obligations and be there when you say you're going to. Number 2, be accurate. Stories like this, and this has been battling the Ukraine for the number 1 slot in every newscast for 5 days, both in print and online. There's a lot of rumor that's spreading, and the lack of information, there's a beast to feed here in terms of the story. The lack of information means rumor fills the gaps, speculation fills the gaps, and particularly with social media, that multiplies on itself. So it's the obligation of the organization that's managing the response to address rumors and misperceptions, to set the record straight, so that at least what's being reported is accurate. Number 3, bring in the experts. You need to have other people at the table, both from a strategic standpoint as well as to make available to the media. When you're the ones at the center of the crisis, you need people that have a depth of experience in certain areas so that they can be available to talk to the press, and also, I think, allay concerns of other audiences that may not feel your response alone is credible. And number 4, picture this. You know the adage, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And it's really true, particularly when you don't have new information to share with the media. They need images. They need still images for their print stories. They need video for their TV stories. So find ways to give media access to allow them to capture or give them B-roll of the response that's being mounted. For many people, the words are not enough. It's not credible that you're doing everything you can, but when they see those images of what's happening, they believe it in a way that words alone may not be able to communicate.